Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Oda Tuljana. I want to explain about negative effect of bullying in education. Bullying is an act of intentional aggressive behavior carried out by a person or group of people repeatedly and from time to time against a victim who cannot defend himself easily. Sojipto 2012. One of the research that has been done by the NGO Plan International and the International Center for Research on Women ICRW, which was uploaded in early March 2015, shows the fact shocking about child violence in school. At the ASEAN level, the case bullying that occurred in students at school reached 70% quarter 2015. Factors that cause bullying. Schools that are generally prone to bullying are: the first, school in which there is discriminatory behavior both among teachers and students. The second, lack of supervision and ethical guidance from teachers and school officials. The third, there is a large gap between rich and poor students. The fourth, there is a pattern of discipline that is too rigid or too weak. And the last, inappropriate guidance and inconsistent regulation. Factors that cause bullying include Augusto 2009. The first, family. Bullies often come from troubled families, parents who often punish their children excessively, or home situations that are full of stress, aggression, and hostility. The second, school. Because the school often ignores the existence of these bullying, children as bullies will get reinforcement for their behavior to bully other children. Bullying is growing rapidly in the school environment, often giving negative input to students. For example, in the form of punishment that is not constructive, so that it does not develop a sense of respect among fellow school members. The third, peer group factors. Children, when interacting in school and with friends around the house, sometimes are encouraged to bully. Some children bully in an attempt to prove that they can fit into a certain group, even though they themselves feel uncomfortable with new behavior. The fourth, social environmental condition. The condition of the social environment can also be the cause of bullying behavior. One of the social environmental factors that cause bullying is poverty. Those who live in poverty will do anything to make ends meet. So it is not surprising that in the school environment there is often bullying among students. And last, television and print media. Television and print media form pattern of bullying behavior in terms of the show they display. Form of bullying behavior. The form of bullying according to Coloroso 2007 47 are divided into four types, namely psychical bullying, verbal bullying, relational bullying, and cyberbullying. Sujiwa 2006 mentioned that research on bullying has been carried out both at home and abroad. abroad. These studies reveal that bullying has negative effects such as the first, psychology disorders such as anxiety and loneliness. Second, the self-concept of victim of bullying becomes more negative because the victim feel they are not accepted by their friends. The third, being a molester as an adult. The fourth, aggressive and sometimes commit criminal acts. The five, victim of bullying feel stress, depression, had the perpetrator revenge, want to leave school, languish, embarrassed, depressed, threatened, and even self-injury. 8. Using drug or alcohol. 7. Had the social environment. The 8. Victim will feel inferior and worthless. The 9. Permanent psychical disability. The 10. Emotional disorders can even lead to personality disorders. And the last, desire to commit suicide. And the result of my interview with a teacher is the first, there are many factors that trigger bullying, mostly internal factors. For example, a bully who has a broken home. At home, he feels lonely, so he takes it out by bullying his friend who he thinks weak. And usually, the one who experiences this incident is the one who becomes the leader of the gang. It could also be because in the past who was in a position that was bullied, so it was like revenge. But that the reality from other pupils' experience, if from external factors, for example, in a school, most of the children of the rich and there is a minority of ordinary people. From there, a group of gang was formed. Gang from which people have this who bully because they feel they are the top of their friend. So it's like the atmosphere is supportive, but in a bad sense. The second side effect or as a result for those who are bullied, he must be trauma to hanging out with friends. Trauma is crowded place, not easy to trust other people. Becomes a close person, maybe even worse. He wanted to commit suicide because he was afraid if he met the person who bullied him, he could not bear to be hurt anymore. And the last, there are a lot of negative from bullying, especially those who are bullied feel very disadvantaged. They have been hurt verbally because they were stressed by their other friends. Maybe if they were bullied violently. The cycle point to and it could be that from the first bullying there was another bullying. For example, the bully took revenge by bullying his friend who was from a different environment. For those who bullied, the effect could be that he become a psychopath because basically the bully is also psychologically ill. They either because of factor from external to the bully or internal factor that require a psychiatrist. Here are the difference regarding the negative effect of bullying in education, which I read and understand in the article and according to teacher I interviewed. Okay, maybe until here. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
오직 깨끗한 on my heart, on my mind. Oh, 전부 꽃같아. Oh my mind, oh my gosh. Don't forget to smile. 웃어봐. 찢어지게 회전 엄마야. 돌아봐.